time for another review of the month because I almost forgot, but I didn't. So our dorm has been kind of leaking, as happens when you live in an old dorm. Thankfully, mine is not. It's nice and dry in here. But fortunately, some of my friends have been moving out and moving to other dorms, so I miss seeing them around in the hall. I'm more social than I come off as. Sadly, math is getting a little bit harder. Should have expected it, but what can you do? It is, however, just about warm enough to start swimming again. So there's kind of a group of us forming that are going to the pool and swimming for around an hour every Sunday, a bit after brunch, because you don't want to go too soon. Actually, it has less, well, somewhat to do with that, somewhat because one of us works and has to clean up from brunch, so we have to wait for her. However, it's still not actually warm. I still have to wear my big coat, my scarf, my hat, my gloves, my boots, and I'm still cold in class. Another upside though, as much as math is getting a little bit harder, I'm not as bad at E&M as I thought. So, that's always good. I also got to go ice skating again, which I haven't done for a really long time. There's sort of a freshman event. Weren't that many freshmen there, but me and Maddie and Faith went, and it was fun. I mean, I had to wear the rental skates, but I went skating again, and I miss skating. Also, not entirely sure yet if it's an up or a down, but I started watching Robin Hood again. BBC's Robin Hood series, and it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious and wonderful and amazing and sad. And a big waste of time because it's so easy to just let Netflix play the next episode. And it doesn't feel like any time is going because you're busy laughing the entire time. It doesn't even feel like a long show, even though it is the full 45 minutes. It's just so funny, but then the characters freaking die on you. I just finished season 2. And I know what happens in season 3. I don't want to get to season 3. I did finally manage to get more than the sort of standard 40 hours of work this month. It's supposed to be an average of 10 hours per week. But when you work at the student center and your job's kind of dependent on events, it doesn't always happen. But I got 50 hours this week, so that should roll over and cover for some of my other months. So, I did good. Also, just a couple days ago, we ended up quoting Doctor Who in physics. Because my physics teacher knows that I like Doctor Who, and we were briefly talking about relativity. And he started off, Doctor Who quote, could look at time as from a non-linear viewpoint, and I can't help it. I mean, I was kind of getting tired and hungry because it's towards the end of class, but my face just lit up, and he had looked directly at me because I think he was aiming that at me because he knows how much I like it, and yeah, he smiled right back. He's like, yep. We continued talking a little bit more, and then he went to finish the quote, except then he didn't remember the rest of the quote, so I finished for him. And then he posted the link to the episode on our class Piazza website for people to watch over spring break, so we'll see how many people we get addicted over spring break. Spring break's always a good time to get into it. I also now have a lab key. I'm starting to edit now, and I actually forgot that another little thing that's been really fun is that I've been photoshopping a bunch lately, some cool designs like these. But my highlight of the month is that my roommate moved out. So it sounds a little bit weird, but I liked her. She's a very nice roommate. We got along well, didn't really have any problems. But because they were offering for any of us to move out because of the leaking, she took up on that offer. And so she has a single. Now I sort of have a single. So she gets a room to herself and doesn't have to worry when her boyfriend comes over. I get a room to myself, which means I get a room to myself. So I've already taken her desk. It took me about 2 days. and I took her desk and converted it into this. An awesome speaker system slash desk slash, you know, whatever the heck you want to call it. And it's very nice. Also, I changed where the lights hang in the room so I can unplug them from in my bed when I go to sleep instead of having to get out of my bed and walk over there and then unplug them and then get back into bed. You know, little thing. It is also nice that I can just kind of turn off all the lights when I go to bed. Like, I didn't really mind sleeping with, you know, some of the lanterns on because it was still, you know, dark enough, and, you know, once I'm asleep, I'm asleep. But it is nicer to have them all off. And I get to play my music all the time without headphones, with my better speakers, because that's cool. Also, like this, I can make videos whenever the heck I feel like it and not be like, oh man, it's awkward, she's in the room, and or I don't know when she's coming back. I don't actually, but you get the point. It's nice having your own room. And I can have friends sleep over. I made the bottom bed with my other set of sheets, so Faith slept over one night, and you know, I can actually just go and sit on that bed if I need to just like sit down and tie my shoe or something, and then if, you know, my chair is covered with laundry, as it happens to be sometimes. But yes, the highlight of the month is definitely she moved out, and it's nice. And next month might even be even better. See you in a month, if not, you know, before.